Barwaqa Relief Organization, which is a charitable international organization, has initiated a new project in Kenya to train different stakeholders on communication skills. The project is geared towards eradicating poor communication styles in different organizations. The plan is to make communities understand each other and live in peaceful coexistence. This will further boost academic agenda for fresher students in colleges and the universities to enhance capacity building. About 30 people got the opportunity to be trained by the organization, including NGO staff, university students, staff from private sector, and members of the public. Mrs. Barwaqa Bashir, who's the chair lady of the organization, while speaking to ARF Media, confirmed that the training program will benefit different students across the 47 counties in Kenya. Mrs. Bashir further noted that her target as an organization was to build a society that understands each other through effective communication skills. Mrs. Barwaqa said Kenya is in the electioneering period, and that's why her organization was training the youth, women, and leaders across the nation to promote peaceful election through communication. The chairman of National Council of NGOs, Mr. Stephen Chiboi, praised the training, saying it's a very vital, particularly to young freshers direct from high school, as it will boost their academic through a better understanding. Mr. Chiboi applauded the efforts made by Barwaqa Relief Organization in Kenya and promised a big support from the National Council of the NGOs. The trainees who spoke to the media threw weight behind the organization and urged for further expansion of the training in future, since the exercise was very vital to them. Others promised to share the skills with friends and relatives outside the cities to spread the agenda of the program. Barwaqa Relief Organization is making a breakthrough in initiating a peace training agenda in Kenya ahead of the August 9 general election.
My name is Barwaqa Bashir. I work for an organization called Barwaqa Relief Organization. Barwaqa Relief Organization is the organization that is doing capacity training for the communication here in Kenya, in Nairobi. All the NGOs that are partnered with the National Council of NGO, they come to the training. So we train institutions, we train all departments, business, corporates, interfaiths, all these come for the communication training. As you can see today, that we were doing the second phase for communication as alternative thinking. So the students are eager to learn what is communication, the effectiveness of communication, the barriers of communication, and why do we have a communication as an issue. First of all, communication is the key to have a good relationship with families, with the leaders, with institutions, with parents, with education departments, with the students. Everywhere communication is involved. So communication is that exchange of ideas, informations. It is also sending a message to the receiver, which means communication is the one that builds the gaps between the people when they disagree or agree. It also has its own challenges as communication, such as when communication is neglected, you will see distraction, you will see war, you will see lack of peace, you will see lack of love, you will see disunity, you will see lack of self-respect, so lack of listening. All this is part of neglect of communication. Because we are approaching elections, the reason why we are doing this communication is because so that the people will know how to inform each other about the election, to continue in a peaceful way, so that there will be no chaos like 2007.
My name is Stephen Chiboi, Chairman, National Council of NGOs. First of all, to appreciate Barwaqa Relief Organization for being part of us, being our member organization. And with them, we started our communication and training as part of our capacity building program in the organization. We have a responsibility to do capacity building for our member organizations and the constituencies we work with, that is the citizens. And Barwaqa took initiative to train our members, train citizens on capacity building so that they have the knowledge to communicate within ourselves, within the communities, and also as citizens, you need to have knowledge on how to communicate with one another. We are planning to roll out this plan across the country, so this is just an initial stage, and we hope to ensure that we reach each and every part of the country at community level so that this training can be taken to the next level.
John Mboya, a student in a communication class. I can only give a short history on what has been transpiring. As from when I joined this organization, we used not to talk to our fellow colleagues. You see why? We were fearing for unknown because we were not open to each other. And therefore, after the introduction of this communication class, a lot of things happened. And people started talking to each other. The environment started to be very conducive. And we are now living in harmony because we are free to ask questions, we are free to enjoy the environment, we are free to enjoy the training, and we are taking it positively. And this has helped us a lot, even in our daily life. Even at home, the way we communicate has changed. And moreover, I'm 60 years now, 60 years, but you see, I learned that there are things that I did not know. So even in my house, even with the people I live with, even in my church, where I fellowship, a lot of good communication has come out.
My name is Esther Modoni Kamang, a member of NGO Council, National NGO Council, and I want to take this opportunity to thank our colleague, Mrs. Pashil, who has discovered the need for Kenyans to learn communication. This is a very, very important cause, and as a member of the NGO, I can say I have benefited a lot. Having my own NGO, which is on poverty eradication and job creation, I feel it is very beneficial to me, and it has done a lot of good to me because I'm a communicator and I do communicate with the people, and it is very important for me to know the right skills to get to my clients. Also as a mother, an elderly mother, I feel it has helped me a lot in the course of getting along with my family, my children, my husband. And let me also say, communication is very much needed to everybody in Kenya because as parents, we need to communicate to our children. We understand that most of the problems appearing today in the families is due to lack of proper communication.
Thank you. I thank God this morning because of Barwaqa Relief Organization. I thank God because of the training of communication. I've really been blessed since I started this communication class, because before I started it, there are so many things that were hidden in my heart. But after just a short week of teaching, I've come to realize that there is no way that we can live in harmony without communicating. So after being taught about the importance of communication, I've found things so easy, even as I relate with my friends and the other people that I thought we could never agree with because of difference of opinion. Now the teaching of communication has really made great things in my life, and even on those people that have been teaching, ever since I knew that the only way to know what is happening around me and around my people is by speaking to each other. So I thank God because of the communication class. Thank you.
I'm Cleophas Ongai, a student at communication class, being sponsored by Barwaqa organization. I'd like to say something about communication. Before I began the class, I could not even stand before the people and communicate, but now you can say I'm able to talk before the people. The class has had a great impact on our lives especially the youth and the young who attend the class. It has made us understand why communication is important to us. As we all know, for anything to happen, it starts with communication. Communication is the ladder for any form of anything to be happen. And then I'd like to give my thanks, my thankful, heartfelt thanks for the organization. It has been of great help to us. It has helped us understand and get to know more about communication. In the class, we've been having people of different ages, and it has been a very great thing to us. Thank you.